the only functioning courthouse in town was also, I didn't know at the time. I couldn't figure out whether they read it as a newspaper. But anyway, I did that for a number of years. I worked for my uncle. The worst job I ever had in my life was a furrier stretching skin. I paid 35 cents an hour. Terrible. That was probably one of the things that reminds me of a lot of things that things I don't want to do. I worked at the Great Northern Market downtown as a butcher. Got pretty good as a butcher. Dude, it's like I worked at this is my friend Harold Wright. He's a multi-millionaire. In fact, Harold and I were really close for years at school. Worked for his uncle out at the Great Northern Market, where I was working behind the meat counter with him, and we worked at his other uncle had a big fruit stand out south of Minneapolis, and I worked there for a couple of summers. I would fill up watermelons by camera by squeezing the end. So I did so many things. And I worked at the theater for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years. Just all these things running together in my mind. I couldn't possibly, I find it's so hard for me to understand how I did all these things within this time frame, which sort of ends at the point at which when I graduated from my That's what I did during the summer. We had bikes. We worked at the drugstore, distributing drugs, and we ran deliveries. The drugstores used to deliver those things. And we used to pay a nickel or a dime for delivery, and a lot of times we would get a tip, sometimes as much as a quarter. Once again, all the money in the world, that type of thing. And then we'd sit around in the back booth reading comic books while we waited. Somebody called for delivery to the prescription candy bar, whatever the heck it was. So it's a sort of rambling, but there's just so many things. It's difficult for me, and I do have a problem trying to place all these things within a time frame. So, well, okay, when I was 5, I did this. When I was 6 or 7 or 8, we were doing this. When I was 10, we did this. I don't know how I crammed all these things. But see, we didn't have to go to soccer practice, and we didn't have all these other things. Although I took music lessons, and played the trumpet, not very well. I don't. So I sort of grew up like a weed. Like some sort of weeds just sprouting. And we had a lot of, friends, guys we hung out at the day, hung out at night. We did a lot of hanging out. Kids do that too. You hang out. Them all used to hang out in the corner, like a bum. What are these bums saying in the corner? But you never got mounted. Probably right.
What was your relationship with your brother like?
Relationship with my brother. Herb and I always had a really great relationship. We were close. But the problem was this. My brother has a hairlip. Okay, that was a cleft palate. You know this? He's got a mustache over it, and he had a lot of work done after he got out of the Navy. And he's had pretty largely fixed. Anyway. Did you read Lord of the Flies? Have you guys read Lord of the Flies? Mm-hmm. Read Lord of the Flies, Robbie? Mm-hmm. Right? Is there anything more cruel than a child? Than a kid? Nothing. Nothing. Children can be cruel just to the point where, that's why this is not, isn't wild as a man isn't. And it just, this is why things like Columbine these days happen, because people have guns. You know? It's crazy. Anyway, so Irvin had cuffed out, and he spoke with kind of a lisp, you know, kind of, and it wasn't always easy to understand. And so, you know, the kids would pick on him, okay, and they'd say, you know, really shitty, really nasty things, and this made me angry. Okay, and I see them fights with kids bigger than me, kids smaller than me. I used to get beat up other kids, okay, because they'd said something, you know, to my brother about my brother. Yeah. So he's my older brother. He's 20 months older than I am. Same as you guys are. And I felt that I had to take care of it, which is the reverse. You know, younger brothers and sisters don't take care of it. Older siblings take care of younger siblings. So this created a lot of problems for me for a lot of years, which I really didn't resolve for myself till, I don't know, maybe I was 35, 40 years old. Because of how much it troubled me. And that I felt that way, and some responsibility, whatever it was. But we had a marvelous relationship. A lot of times, summertime, what we did with, we'd take we each had a bike, we took the front wheel off of one bike, pulled the spokes over, and we made a bicycle built for two, with three wheels. Okay. And so we'd go everywhere. This jerry-rig contraption that we made by putting the bikes together, by removing one of the wheels, making two places to pedal. And you know, for the time, you know, unfortunately, for the time your Grammy and I got married, we left town, and so it's been a lot of years we've been since, you know, 51, so 24 years old, so 50 years, 57 years ago. We really lived in two different places. We all saw each other in the summer and that type of thing, and we had interest. We used to play pool. We used to play pool together. We used to fight like all brothers and sisters. One day at the Manucom Center, they had a pool table there, and this pool table, this is it was a social center for kids, pretty much for underprivileged kids, poor kids in school, and they had a ping pong table, and then a pool table, and the pool table kind of sagged a little bit in the middle on one side, and so there was this wooden leg that was built, you know, sort of about this side with a notch in it, and so the whole table up even on the other side. So, you know, kids are so you're playing pool, and how you play, you know, you play, and then you sign up on the board. Joe, Harry, Charlie, Melvin, Sidney, Sherman, and whoever, you know, if you won, you got to play, and the loser, you know, at the bottom, and so you got to keep playing by winning. Okay, and so, you know, a lot of the things you do, if you're really losing bad, every once in a while, by mistake, you walk by this wooden leg on the table, and you bump into it and kick it down. You know, all the balls would drain off and one. So. Anyway, so my brother and I were playing one day, and he was a better pool player. I was pretty good. He was better than I was. And, you know, being kids, you know, I was, I always want to win. And so I kicked the leg off him, and he came in, what do you do that crap for me? Nothing serious. No, I knew. Anyways, next thing you know, I picked up this pool ball, right? What this? It's a little worse than hitting the guy over the head with a paper ball, And I threw this pool ball at him, which is, unfortunately, I didn't hit him, but what I did do is it was the door that came into the recreation room, had a glass panel on it,
Oh,
and I threw the pool ball right through the glass panel, and broke the window. So, yeah, now that's not too cool, man. I mean, that's really bad news. So not only did I get barred from the place that I couldn't come in for about 6 weeks, but I had to pay for the window. The window was about $5 or $6. So I don't know how long it took me to, pay for the window. But I had to pay for the window. And then and my brother told my mother, told my father, and my father kicked my ass when he got over. I think he decided to tell him I had to come up with this money. And so he paid for it, and I paid it back up a quarter or 50 cents a week, whatever work I was doing. That kind of thing. And but we had a great relationship. When we got older, we used to go downtown. We had no hotel. We used to play snooker. He used to stay really, really very good. We played three pushing billiards, which is pretty exactly what he did. I was a better ping pong player than he was. Because they asked me to play, in fact, hardly anybody ever beat me playing ping pong. When I was 11 years old, it was my major achievement. When I was 11 years old, I won the Minnesota State Table Tennis Championship for 12 or under.
Oh, wow.
And the interesting thing that the only reason I entered the tournament was because my cousin Aaron, who was killed in the war, made me do it. He said, "You're great. You can win this. You can win this." So I'm gonna get down. Anyway, we arranged get down to YMCA downtown. The tournament lasted about 3 days. And I was pretty that good. So anyway, that was I had the trophy for a long time when I had my mother, like everything else, she threw it out. She threw the trophy out. I mean, she threw out all her comic books. The comic books were worth a fortune. We had some big ones. She threw out she gave away our stamp collection. We had a stamp collection. Irv and I had a collected stamps. It was marvelous. Really, stamp collection. Uncanceled stamp. We'd spent a lot of money. And she gave it away. I don't know why else she gave it away. I don't remember. It was sitting up on a shelf in the bedroom in my chair. She was cleaning house one day.
It would have been worth a lot.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It was also we had a lot of emotional investment. It really distressed both of us. But what can you do, mothers? I mean, you can't punch your mother's lights out.
Yeah.
That wouldn't qualify as very good. But yeah, we really did. Like as I did, we like all siblings, we fought and we argued and that type of thing. We by and large we really had a very, very warm, very close relationship, and a good deal of warmth love for each other, which we still do.
The last question is, what yeah.
Because I don't know how much longer you can listen to this drivel.
What inspires you?